production from the pitching standpoint during this series against the Cardinals, and we'll get right into it. I was very impressed with Freddie Peralta. We're going to talk about Freddie Peralta here. Freddie Peralta, again, against Pittsburgh, he did get the win against the Pirates in the home opener. Didn't look so sharp. 5 innings pitched. He gave up 4 runs on 6 hits, but he did strike out 7 and walked nobody. A little bit of a better outing against the Cardinals. Only gave up 1 run on 3 hits. Struck out 7 again. Did walk 2 batters and went 5 1/3 innings, but got a no decision in that game, allowing just the 1 earned run. But Freddie Peralta, his strikeout to walks ratio so far this season, 14-2. That's fantastic. 14 strikeouts and 2 walks in 10 1/3 innings. Peralta is putting up ace-like numbers. He's worth what we gave up. I mean, Tobias Myers also a welcome addition, but Tobias Myers aside, for Brandon Sproat, you know, and again, I still firmly believe, and I'm probably in the minority on this in this opinion, but Brandon Sproat and Jet Williams for Freddie Peralta is right now looking like a mastermind of a deal. Peralta, a lot of poise on the mound, seemed much more confident. I think he had opening day jitters on opening day, not to mention Brandon Lau of the Pirates has Freddie Peralta's number. We saw that 2 home runs in the same game off of Peralta, but definitely I firmly believe that Peralta has settled down. He was looking poised. He was looking confident. No issues on the mound. And of course, Peralta never had issues with velocity or command. Yes, he did walk 2, but he still struck out 7 just like on opening day. Yeah, and I couldn't have asked for better production through the first 2 starts for Peralta. You know, Freddie Peralta is a guy, and I've said it before, and I know this is a small sample size, just 2 games, but 14 strikeouts to 2 walks in 10 1/3 innings. You couldn't ask for more. Granted, the Mets did lose the game that Peralta started, but again, to give up 1 run in an outing and have a quality start, you can't fault him there. He looked really good against the Cardinals. Again, he struck out 7 Cardinals, only walked 2, and again, Peralta, the body language is positive, the energy is there, the poise, the confidence, the machismo, all there for Freddie Peralta. He is worth every dollar he's getting paid this season and then some. And I really feel that the Mets would be foolish. And again, I know 2 games, very small sample size, but I really do feel that Freddie has earned the money. The Mets need an ace. They haven't had an ace since Jacob deGrom left back in 2022. If the Mets were smart, they would pounce on Freddie Peralta before maybe the Los Angeles Dodgers come knocking. If Freddie escapes the season as a free agent. But Freddie Peralta, you can't ask for much more out of him. He started the game yesterday, April Fool's Day, where the Mets lost in extra innings to the Cardinals. Then we go to Kodai Senga. Kodai Senga, somebody who I was very nervous about. I know I had been critical on a recent episode of the report about Kodai Senga. Last season is well documented. He had injuries each of the last 2 seasons. I personally felt that he gave up on himself and on the team last season when he was hurt, didn't want to come back from the injury. But hey, Kodai went 6 innings. He gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. He walked 3, but he struck out 9 in 1 game, 9 strikeouts to the 2 earned runs, 4 hits. And that was Wednesday's outing. And again, pitchers are going to give up runs. I'm never going to get mad at a starting pitcher who went a start and went 6 and gave up two earned runs. Again, that's considered a quality start, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, quality starts don't. You can still be the losing pitcher of record and still have a quality start. Like a lot of people who don't understand baseball will say, "Oh, well, he lost the game. What are you praising him for?" Pitchers are going to give up runs. Nolan Ryan gave up runs. Greg Maddux gave up runs. Tom Glavine gave up runs. Randy Johnson gave up runs. The great Tom Seaver himself gave up runs. So I don't want to hear anybody saying, "Oh, well, the Mets didn't win behind his performance." If the pitcher goes out there and does his job, 2 runs in 6 innings, like pitchers are going to give up runs. It just, but between Freddie Peralta yesterday and Kodai Senga, and Kodai Senga on Tuesday, there just wasn't run support, unfortunately. But Kodai Senga, again, I liked what I saw. Mind you, he's working his way back from injury, but to get a quality start in, 2 runs on 4 hits in 6 innings and 9 strikeouts. 56 of his 92 pitches that he threw were strikes. So I have no issue with Kodai Senga. Kodai Senga looking very good. I mean, granted, small sample size, his first start of the season. We'll see him again at home the next time we see him. But very encouraging signs from what I'm seeing from Kodai. But Kodai Senga, I have no issue with his output so far this season in that one start. It was a very good start indeed. The next time we will see Kodai Senga, it's going to be upcoming this week when the Mets host the Diamondbacks at Citi Field for a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday tilt. But yeah, and then we want to go to the guy who opened the season on Monday, Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes, again, this is his second season as a full-time starter. Last season, he made the transition from closer with the Yankees in 2024 to starter last season with the Mets. And even Clay Holmes didn't have a bad outing against St. Louis. He just needs a manageable workload because I think that he did suffer from arm fatigue last season. But Clay Holmes, 5 2/3 innings on Monday, 2 runs on 4 hits in 5 2/3. He walked 3 and struck out 5. His strikeout to walk ratio is never going to be as high as Peralta's or Senga's, but he pitched well enough for the Mets to win that game on Monday. Of course, the Mets, that was the lone win in the series for the Mets against the Cardinals. The Mets winning 4-2. But Clay Holmes, pitching to contact, his sinker is working. He did give up a home run, but again, pitchers are going to give up runs. You get a guy who goes 5 2/3, 1 out away from 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Granted, yeah, the walks are a little bit high, 3 walks to 5 strikeouts, but I'm not going to complain. 2 runs in 5 2/3 innings, and the bullpen held up. This Met, despite the loss of the series to the Cardinals, dropping 2 out of 3 to a team that has admitted to their fan base that they are in a rebuild. They have made it no secret. They've been very transparent with their fan base that they are rebuilding. But even in rebuilding, they beat a good team in the Mets. But even with the Mets struggling with the Cardinals, 3 starting pitchers in 3 games and 3 quality outings from each starting pitcher. So very happy with what I'm seeing. Despite the Mets losing the series, it is an encouraging sign when you have 3 pitchers in 3 straight games give up no more than 2 runs. So very happy with what I saw out of Holmes, Peralta, and